Absolute Batman issue 1, the beginning of the Absolute Universe. Now, don't worry, the classic versions of those characters are still sticking around, but we're going to have a separate universe called the Absolute Universe, which is all about different takes on these characters. Most of it is let's take one element away. And we all know there's at least 3 books coming. That is the Absolute version. You got Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, and Absolute Superman. And for Batman's case, it's what if we took his money away? What if we took his money away? Is Batman still Batman? And reading that first issue, the answer is yeah. It's still the character. He's still Mr. Grumpy. He's still calculated. He's still, probably the smartest man in the room. Like, he's, like, the only reason we like him having money is because we like the toys. We like the Batmobile, we like the Batcave, we like all the Graphic Hawk and all those iconic moments, all those like gadgety moments that Bruce has as Batman. That he's the love child, the rich love child of like Sherlock Holmes and James Bond. Well, in this, the absolute version of the character, it's more like the love child of MacGyver and Sherlock Holmes. And reading it, I just felt like, hey, this is a decent, good introduction to a version of Batman. And for me, the reading it, like the character of Bruce, this version of Bruce, instead of having the odd change here and there, like you know, his father's the only one who's dead, but the mother stays alive. Or Alfred is not the butler, he is a spy who is on the same quest as Bruce is. Um, he's and he's a big giant beefy guy, like a big whooshy. Like clearly, this guy works out and does nothing else. He is built as a footballer, um, and that the one thing it reminded me of, it was essentially I kept hearing Dark Knight Returns in my head because the story felt very Dark Knight Returns. Like this 5-part story feels like it is literally something out of Dark Knight Returns. Like you have the the news outlet stuff. You have um, the Batman being built like a footballer. You have the mutants. You have this new gang called the Animal Party, which sorry, the Pine Animals, who are these new gang or a new gang running around terrorizing Gotham and killing women, children, kids, witch, poor, whoever. Um, it's it kind of did felt very dark and eternity, but it probably was enough to be like, hey, we're establishing a lot. We're establishing a lot here. We're establishing this new status quo for this character, and having him being friend buddies with several of characters who would be normally the villains, like the Penguin, Two Face, the Riddler. Like we know about that. Him, the the origin story being different. Yes, it's dealing with a death of a parent, but it's dealing with not primarily, but he's where, but it's all happening in a zoo, and the reason why he's dressing up as a bat is a very different reason than just fear. Um, fear or mostly fear or like, I shall come back because um, it's just you reading it. It's like as much as it changes there is, it's more about intriguing. You're intrigued by it. Reading it by the end of when we hit the end of the issue, even with the little teaser at the end, it all comes down to being intrigued. And that's what at the end I was. I was like, I'm intrigued of this version of Alfred, him being a spy. I was intrigued by this version of Bruce. Getting to know Martha a bit more. What do you say that name? No, 216 joke, but anyway. Um, which is kind of nice because, we don't get to know Thomas and Martha Wayne because they're pretty much dead. They're dead. That's all they're known for. So it's kind of nice to see, hey, at least one of the parents are alive, so we get a sense of who they are, what their personality is like. So that's cool. Um, but I would say this version of Bruce, him as Batman, his fighting style is brutal. Like every part of the suit, nearly every part of the suit has a reason. Like he uses like the ears. The ears are knives. Of the cow. He just pulls the ears off to stab people with. But he knows where to stab, so he doesn't hit an artery. Like he'll put you in the hospital, but he ain't gonna kill you. You know, uses the cape to throw people away. Like the bat, the symbol is a bloody hammer. Like it's made out of metal, so you can hit people with it. It's just like a mallet. It's clear there's a sense of brutality with the like when it comes to when it comes to the big fight scene because it's like fighting a massive army of the pie animals, and we do meet the leader of the pie animals, and he is very it does feel like he's not meant to be like linked to any other big villain. It just felt like okay, you're the villain for the first big story until so forth. Um, and that. But yeah, reading it straight, even with do I spoil the ending? I'll spoil the ending. The Joker. Yeah, they hinted the Joker. And the difference is it's like they call him the Joker because he doesn't laugh. He doesn't find anything funny. Versus the more classical version, which is he finds anything fucking hilarious. He's a clown, that whole thing. So that's even intriguing. It all comes down to enough to intrigue you about this universe to keep you on reading versus saying, "Oh no, this is too different." But for me, it's okay. This is different enough that I want to keep reading, and that's what the job of the version should do. And now that all the establishment stuff is done, now the story can keep on rolling. And hopefully we get a sense of like a little bit of difference here versus this young version Dark Knight Returns. Like, because if you really think about it, it's pretty much that. But yeah, if you read the first issue of Absolute Batman, comment below, let me know your